Hey everyone, it's Rhonda here from Nelson Interior Soapery. The soap we're going to make today is a soap that represents leaves and berries and everything gorgeous in the wild. So because autumn was just around the corner for us, or in America I think you call it fall, we just thought we would celebrate this by making a gorgeous soap. So stay tuned and you'll see us making something amazing. At the moment you can see all of my oils that are already sitting in the container here. I'm just going to also add in my melted hard oils, which are pretty much in there now. And I'm working from home due to COVID restrictions. So anybody that's starting to make soap, I'm using this $19 blender. And this blender is from Kmart, which is our local department store, and I thought it would be a great one just to show everyone that you don't need a really top expensive blender to be able to start making soap. You can start with something cheap, and this one does the job. So you know, it's not going to last for a massive huge amount of time, but you know, to make soaps for the first year, it will be fine. It'll be more than fine. And honestly, it did a brilliant job. I'm really impressed, so I will leave the links below. But you can see me just mixing it up and getting it ready. So, and then I'll come back in just a moment. Okay, I'm splitting off my mixture now into several containers. So in this mixture, because we want it to be a really nice autumn kind of mix of orange, a burgundy and a cream, so we're going to just split it off into several containers, as you can see me doing here. It's not even, I wouldn't even say it's at a trace, because it is very, very fluid, and to do this particular design we do need it to be really fluid. So keep that in mind, don't mix it too much. Okay, let's mix in this gorgeous little mix. So on it, I do have all of the descriptions on the container there, but I will also leave them for you. It's a beautiful saffron micra that I'm actually using. I think this is from Aussie Candle Supplies that I've purchased this one. So that's going to be my first, and I'm just using a tablespoon. You could use less, but I want it to be a really bright, fun kind of autumn color to represent some of the leaves, turn it orangey brown in Australia. And then the second one I'm going to be using is a gorgeous mauve, and that just represents, you know, more different leaves, because leaves are not one color, they're lots of nice fun colors. So yeah, so I'm sure that you can see the color codes that I'm going with here, and it is really gorgeous and it's going to come across beautiful. But like I said, I will leave all the links, I promise, down below where you can get everything from. And talking about that, I try and buy in bulk. It is much cheaper if you can buy in bulk. If you sort of think it's a bit too expensive and you're not going to use too much, see if you can go in with a friend to buy half each. I usually buy mine in 500 gram lots, which will give you about 4 containers of that size that you can see there. So yeah, definitely is much more cost effective that way. Okay, so now I have added in my fragrance. We are using pomegranate and sage, which is from Aussie Candles, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's such a really nice kind of foresty, I guess, with a bit of pine and a twist of sweetness in it. So now you can see also that I have started pouring my first bit. So in 3 sections in your mold. This is a long mold, so if it's a small mold, just do 2 sections. But in this long mold, which holds up to 15 bars, we're going to be pouring the brown, as you've seen first, and then the yellow straight on top of it. So each time that you alternate your colors, you're going to just pour in the same spot over the top. So as you can see now, I'm doing the red, and then I will go to the next color, which is your orange, and just pour in the middle. And we'll just keep going with this sequence the whole way until we reach the height that we want, which I'm going to go pretty much to the top, and then I'm going to do some roses and of course some embeds in leaves and berries on the top after we've finished this piece off. Okay, so we'll just keep watching the colours and our beautiful pattern come to life. So I'm sure that you can see now as we go along exactly what I spoke about at the start. You know how the pattern will form itself, and you just let it form the way it wants to, and then each bar will be really unique and individual. And then we will go and put the embeds on top a little bit after. So I'm sure that you can see now what I mean about how this mixture really does need to be quite fluid. If it was thick, you could never get this design because the design just wouldn't work. So make sure that your temperature, wherever you're soaping, is just a room temperature. I do have the air conditioners on because we are in summer in Australia. So yeah, if I didn't have the air conditioners on, it would thicken up really, really fast. But I am at home today, not in my warehouse. If I was in my warehouse, it would be really hot and I couldn't achieve this. So yeah, so if you can actually work from home or, you know, in an air-conditioned place, that is definitely much better. But yeah, like as you all know, I do have a warehouse, so usually I'm soaping in my warehouse, and the warehouse can be really hot. It can get up to 50 or 60 degrees inside. So when it's super hot, I don't usually work at the warehouse. I try and work from home. I do have a little studio at the back of my house at home, so that's where this is, but I am taking over the kitchen today. So my husband's working from home like everyone else with COVID. So, but anyway, you'll see how it's all coming together, and it is looking amazing, and we're able to achieve this beautiful pattern. And now I'll come back in just a moment and explain the next bit. I have to apologize for all my mess after filming it, because I usually film it and then what I actually do is edit it and do a voiceover. That way you don't have to hear all the annoying background noise of the blenders and so on, because that does drive me a little crazy when I watch videos. So I just thought this is more calming for me to do the voiceover. But I'd love your opinion. Just message me in the message in the comments so that we can know exactly what you think of that too. But anyway, I'm cleaning up here because I thought you don't want to watch me do everything else with it being crazy and messy. And but now you can see the top, as I said, and it's mulled into one. When you cut it, you'll get some really beautiful different kind of looks. It almost looks like an autumn kind of color of marbling. So I'm sure you agree, it does look gorgeous. And next, the one thing that I've got to do, which I actually forgot to do before, is I've already pre-made an embed in the shape of a maple leaf. So I'm just going to pop it and just push it through. The liquid or the mixture is really fluid still, so I can quite easily do that. And the end bars for this, what I'm going to do is the end ones are going to be samples. The middle ones with the maple will be the ones that will be sold. So yeah, but on to the next bit, and here I'll just show you all the little embeds that I'm going to be popping in next. These have been made with melt and pour. If you use melt and pour, a trick that I've got for you is if you take it out of the mold when it's still a tiny bit warm, you'll be able to mold the leaf in your hand. So each leaf, I've actually just rounded them off or twisted them a bit, because leaves aren't straight. So I thought it's much better to be able to, you know, just show you exactly what it should look like. And anyway, and now the next bit that I'm doing here is I'm just popping on my Russian piping. I'm not sure whether you know, but if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll see that I love Russian piping. It's taken me 12 months to perfect it, and I wouldn't say I'm perfect, but I think I've got a good grasp on it. And if you want to do Russian piping and have a go, start with the rose. The rose is definitely the most easy to do, and you just need your consistency to be quite thick, because the idea of Russian piping is what happens is it actually needs to stick to a bottom surface, and then you literally just put the pressure, hold down and release, and then that's how you will get the rose. So the next little bit that you can see me doing here, I've just literally squished all the mixture, because I actually want the leaves to sit in the middle and I don't want to ruin those other roses. So that's why I decided to do that little bit, and then we'll push some berries in as well. Some of the berries I have made with cold process soap. The only difference with cold process is it doesn't make it as colourful as the No Sweat Melt and Pour does. I actually use the Stevenson's brand of No Sweat. I'll actually put a link down where I get mine from for you as well. But I am in Australia, so if you're in another state, then just pop onto Stevenson's website, and I'm sure they'll tell you where you can actually, you know, get that from. And then last but not least, we will add some biodegradable glitter at the end as well. We only use biodegradable. We try and use as many things that we can recycle or that are biodegradable that we can. Unfortunately, when we get to the end and we end up wrapping our bars, it's not biodegradable film, and the only reason is because I simply cannot get it in Australia. But we are looking into shipping it from overseas. Just during COVID, it's almost impossible to get, and we had actually run out, so we did need to buy a roll, which we get ours from Heirloom. But I think for a small company, we're definitely doing our best to recycle and do what we can, you know, to try and support sustainability. So yeah, so if you're making soaps, just try and think of that and keep that in mind, because that's definitely the way I think the world is going. Anyway, stay tuned and watch me pop it all together. I'm sure you'll agree it is looking so cute. I'm definitely going to keep one of these for my mother-in-law. She would love one of these. finished now, so it's looking beautiful, and it really does look like a nice autumn day with the berries, the leaves, and those autumn colors of green, gold, and mauve with touches of red in as well. When it cures, it will be a lighter color because I'm not putting this through a gel process. And last but not least, you'll see me finishing it off here with some biodegradable glitter. I'll leave all the links where I get my biodegradable glitters from. And next we'll come back with a social media shot for you just at the end, as we always do. So, but in leaving, before I leave, I just want to thank everyone once again. We're getting close to 100 subscribers, and we've had many hours watched of our videos. So thank you so much for everyone that is absolutely amazing watching us and supporting our little Aussie channel. So we'll bring you lots more videos of bath bombs, soaping, and making our gorgeous products. So thanks so much once again, and have a lovely evening. Bye for now.